Action.
Okay, hello grade 4, how are you today? It's been really long time I haven't seen you, okay? And I miss you all. I hope all of you are in a great condition. All of you and your family are doing just great and fine. Okay, grade 4? We have no choice, grade 4. I have to make this video for you so that you can learn. Still learning even you stay at home, okay? Okay, grade 4, before we start our lesson, I'd like to show you a picture. This is one of, I can say, the most famous cartoon character I really love. I guess you can answer that, okay? Now let's see. Okay, grade 4, hello. Good morning, grade 4. Okay, now look. Now, I guess you know him, right? Now let's see. What is his name? Yes, he is Doraemon. Where does he come from? Is there anyone knows? Where does he come from? He comes from Japan. Okay, correct. Next, what does he have on his tummy? Look, he has something on his tummy. How do you cover this? This is we call as a pocket. But Doraemon has different pocket. Not like my pocket here, but this is a magic pocket, okay? So, Doraemon has a magic pocket on his tummy. Next question. What is his favorite food? I know you guys know this answer. What is his favorite food? Yes, correct. His favorite food is dorayaki. Okay, next. When was he born? Do you know that? Is there anyone know? This is kind of a pretty difficult question. You cannot ask, I guess. You cannot answer, I'm sorry. Okay, we can say he was born in 21st century. What is that, 21st century? Yes, abad ke-21. Okay, let's go to the next question. Why is he scared of mice? Do you know that Doraemon has a weakness? Yes, his weakness is he is scared of mice. Why is that? Do you know why? Because once upon a time, I don't know when is the exact time, okay, his ear, okay, was bitten by a mouse. That's why he is scared of mice. Okay, now before we go to the next, what is the discussion? Let's see. What is his name? Where does he come from? What does he have on his tummy? What is his favorite food? When was he born? Why is he scared of mice? Now take a look. All these questions I made. What are the differences? Yes, all of them, look. They use what, where, what again, when, why. That's why I give them different color. Because this is what we are going to learn. So, what we are going to learn today? Yes, correct. We are going to learn about question words. What is it? Question words. Okay? Now, let's see. What is question words meant? Now, let me show you. Question words, again, wait. Question words are words we use. Where is it? Hold on. We use to ask certain types of question. Okay? Certain types of question. Question words is also called as WH question words. Yeah? WH question words. What is it? WH question words. Next, question words. In this chapter, we are going to learn about some question words. They are what, when, where, who, which, why, how many, how much, and whose. Okay? I believe some of you or all of you have heard about all these question words. But we are going to discuss one by one. Okay? Start from question words number 1. Look. What? What is used to ask for specific or certain information? Okay? What is used to ask for specific or certain information? It means I want to know the things and the activity. So when you use what to know the answer of the things and the activity. That's the information you want to get when you use what. Let's see some examples. What is your name? My name is Sarah. So look, you use what in here, in this question you use what? Because you want to know the name. Sarah. Sarah is the certain information or the things you want to know. So you use what to ask about name. Next. What is her favorite color? Okay. What is her favorite color? Actually, it should be her, yeah, I'm so sorry. Her favorite color is red. So, what, if you want to know about someone's favorite color, red, it means specific or certain information about things, you use what? Okay, next. What does she do every Sunday morning? She cycles to the park every Sunday morning. Now take a look. I use activity in here. Cycles to the park is the activity you want to know. So you have to use what? What for the activities? You use what? So the answer will be the verb. Okay? Cycles to the park. The activity. Next, let's go to the last examples. What do you play with your friends? I play basketball with my friends. You use what? Because you want to know the certain information about the things. This is the things you want to know. So you use what? Basketball. Okay? Are we clear? Using what in here? Again, let me repeat. What is used to ask about specific or certain information. Can be name, okay? Can be something or things you want to know. And then can be the activities. And then can be the things. Okay? Let's go to the second question word. When? When do we use when? We use when is used to ask for a time or an occasion. It means you want to know the time when it happens. Now, take a look. When is his birthday? His birthday is on March 23rd. When I use when because the answer is about the time, the month and the day. You have to use when because we ask for the time. Okay? Let's go to the next example. When will you come to my house? Another one, same. Asking about the time, we use when because the answer is tomorrow. Tomorrow is an adverb of time. So you have to use when. Next. When are we going to the library? We are going to the library at lunchtime. This one, lunchtime. Should be in red color, yeah? At lunchtime. Because we asked about when, the answer is at lunchtime. Next. When do the shops open on weekdays? Now take a look. When do, we use do. Look at the shop. Because there are more than one shop, so we use do. When? At 8 o'clock. The answer is at 8 o'clock, so you have to use when. Okay? Go on. The next one is where. Is there anyone who can guess where is asked for? Yeah, it's used to ask for a place or location. It means I want to know the place. Now let's see. Where They are on the shelves. So, where shows the shelves? You want to know the shoes. Where do you put your shoes? So, it should be the place where you put the shoes. It's the shelves. Okay. Next. Where is the library? Where is the library? Look, it's next to the principal's room. So, which one is the place? Yes, correct. Next to the principal's room. So, it means when you want to know about the place or the location of the library, you use where. Where is the library? Next to the principal's room. Next. Where do you live? I live at Apple Street. Look at this. Where? I use where because it shows Apple Street. The answer is Apple Street. So, you have to use where because the answer shows a place or location. The Apple Street. Now, let's go on to the next question word. It's who. What is it? Who. Who is only used to ask for people. It means you want to know the person. Man, you said we can ask for people using what name? What is for the name. But for the person or the people itself, we use who. Let's see the difference. See? Who is that strange man over there? He is my uncle. You cannot use what is that strange man over there? He is my uncle. Cannot. Yeah? You know why? Because what is just for the name. If you ask someone over there, you have to use who. What is specially for name. Yeah? Who is that strange man over there? He is my uncle. See? My uncle, and then you ask using who. Next. Who is the best football player in the world? Look, I asked who is the best. So it means asking for someone or a person's name. Not but when you ask someone's name, you use what? Remember. But when you ask someone, it is Neymar is the best for me. Yes, I like Neymar. Okay, you know that, right? Okay, who? Neymar. Okay, Neymar. Who? Neymar. Who? My uncle. You got it? Now, let's go. Next, who took my pencil on the table? Who took my pencil on the table? Adam took it. Who? After who, look, directly go to the verb. Yeah, you don't need is, do or does. Go straight away to the verb. Who took my pencil on the table? Adam took it. Adam. Who? Adam. Next. Who cooks the best food at home? Who? Followed by verb. Okay. Verb. Present simple. Verb. Okay. Past verb. Present verb. After who, you use, okay, straight away use the verb. Who cooks the best food at home? Mom cooks the best food at home. Who? Mom. Okay. Who? Mom. Okay. Next. Which? Which is used to make a choice or decision. To make of an option or choice. It means you use we, if there are choices or you have to make decision of our choices. Okay? There are choices or options and you have to decide one of them. So it means you want to know one thing between two or more alternatives. Now let's see. Which dish did you order? The pizza or the pasta? See, there are the choices. The pizza and the pasta. So, pizza sounds better. Which, it means pizza. So, you decide pizza over the pasta. Okay? There are choices. The pizza and the pasta. Next. Which is better? The red one or black one? Black one, please. Again, you use which if there are choices or options. Okay? Black one, please. You use which because there are choices. Next. Which day do you prefer for a meeting? Today or tomorrow? Today. Man, you say today is a time signal, right? Yes, but you don't use when. Why, man? Because, take a look. Which day? There are options. Today or tomorrow. Can we use when? When do you prefer for a meeting? Today or tomorrow? What do you think about that? Yeah, that's a bit awkward, yeah, agak aneh, yeah. So we use which, and this is incorrect when you use when. Which day? Because you put option in here, you put choices, today or tomorrow. So you use today. The answer is today. The decision is one of them, today. Next, why? Okay, why is used to ask for an explanation or a reason. It means I want to know the reason of you doing things. Okay, look, why do we need this knife for? Why do we need this knife for? We need this knife for slicing the meat. So why do we need this knife? For slicing the meat. Why is the reason you need the knife is for slicing the meat. Next, why does he keep talking all the time? Why does he keep talking all the time? He keeps talking because he is worried. So you use why to ask the reason. Why does he keep talking? Because he is worried. So this is the reason of why he keeps talking all the time. Why? Because he is worried. Next, why are they always late? Because they always go to sleep late. This is the reason of why they are always late. Why? The reason, because they always go to sleep late. Again, you need to remember this. Normally, the response begins with because or for. Remember that. Okay? For why, normally the response, the answer, response, SMS answers, begins with because or for. See? For, because. So when you see the answer using for, because normally they use why. Now let's go to the next one. Whose? What is whose? Yes, whose means it belongs to someone. It's about possession. What is possession? What is possession then? Possession means kepemilikan. It means you own something. Now let's take a look. We use whose to ask a question about possession. It means you own something, you have something. Now let's see. Whose is this? It means whose book is this? It's Roy's. It means the book belongs to Roy. Okay? It means the book belongs to Roy. Next. Whose umbrella is this? Whose umbrella is this? Look. He's looking for someone who got the umbrella. Okay? He found an umbrella and he said, whose umbrella is this? Next. Whose shoes are these? Whose shoes are these? After whose, when you use whose, after whose you put the noun. Whose shoes? Whose umbrella? Okay? Next, whose is the pen? Or we can go straight away to whose is this pen? It's my pen. So remember, when you want to put whose, normally you use whose followed by the noun. Whose shoes, whose umbrella, whose pen is this, or whose is the pen is okay. Next, how? How is used to describe the manner that something is done. What does it mean, ma'am? It means you want to know the way of something is done. The way, caranya. Bagaimana sesuatu itu terjadi, caranya. The manner means caranya or aturannya. Let's see the examples. How do you learn English? I learn English diligently. It means you ask how. Caranya, bagaimana kamu belajar bahasa Inggris? Aku belajar bahasa Inggris dengan rajin. Dengan rajin in here, we use how. Because you have to know the manner. It means diligently, dengan rajin. Next, how do you bake the bread? Nah, bagaimana cara memanggang roti? Nah, itu dulu. Aku tahu caranya. Nah, just put it in the oven. Of course, yeah. When you want to bake the bread, you have to put it in the oven, right? Now, but this is when we ask the way of doing something, we use how. Okay, we use how to put it in the oven. Next, how does he know the news? Again, how does he know the news? I mean, if you want to know about something, yeah, he knows the answer from the newspaper. It means he knows the news, from the newspaper. So this is the way or the manner he knows the news from. He knows the news from the newspaper. So how, diligently, how, put it in the oven. How again, from the newspaper. Next, still how. Why mean how? Because there are many kind of forms of how. Let's take a look. With how, there are a number of other expressions that are used in question. For example, how much. We use how much to ask for a quantity or a price. Especially, remember, how much is for uncountable noun. Okay, for uncountable noun. You cannot say how many water, how many oil. You have to say how much water, how much oil, because they are uncountable nouns. Now let's see. How much time? Remember, you cannot count time, cannot. How much is the jacket? Man, jacket is countable noun, man. But why do you use how much? Look, how much is the jacket? It means we are not talking about the jacket is countable or uncountable, but we are talking about the price. Price. When we talk about the price, you use how much. And again, how much money will I need? How much? And then money. Money is uncountable, so you use how much. Next, another form of how is how many. See? How many? To ask for a quantity. Same with a quantity, yes. Same. But this is for countable nouns. Now let's see. How many days? Look, days, countable nouns. People, countable nouns. Brothers and sisters, countable noun. So you have to use how many for countable nouns. Next form of how many countries. Countries, countable noun. You have to use how many. Question, how many. Next, another form of how is how old. How old to ask for someone's or something's age. Ma'am, something has an age. Let's see. How old are you? I'm 10 years old. It means when you ask about the age, you have to use how old. Again, how old is this tree? I believe must, yeah. Some of you, maybe you have seen some trees that are very old. So you can say, how old is this tree? It's about 100 years old. See, how old is that? That time that I'm not that old. I'm still young, okay? Next. How long? Nah, how long to ask for a length of something is done. What does it mean, ma'am? Ya, menanyakan panjangnya sesuatu ya yang telah dilakukan. For example, length, panjangnya, panjang, waktu, panjangnya waktu, or distance. What is distance? Jarak. Yes. Okay. Now let's see. How long is the ruler? Now this is asking for length. Ask for aboutnya for length. It's 30 centimeter. How long does it take to travel from Jakarta to Surabaya? It's about 10 hours by train. See, it means ask about time, but not what time or when, but it's about the length of the time. It's about 10 hours. So you use how long. Next. Another form of how is how far. How far is it from Sidoarjo to Surabaya? It's about 20 kilometers. How do I know? Yeah, because every day I travel from Sidoarjo to Surabaya. So I know it's about 23 or 24 kilometers exactly actually. Yeah, but I'll make it short, 20 kilometers. Okay. So we use how far is it from Sidoarjo to Surabaya? Ma'am, why don't I use how long, ma'am? Why? Because you are not going to measure how long. It is how far because it's kilometers. If you use time, you can use how long. How long does it take from Sidoarjo to Surabaya? It is an hour. You can say that. Okay. Now let's see. How far do you travel from your house to school? It's about 5 kilometers. How far do you travel? Ma'am, can I use how long? It's okay. How long do you travel from your house to school? But you cannot write about 5 kilometers. You can say it's about 10 minutes. Okay? Next. How often? How often to ask for a frequency and to describe how frequently we do an activity. Maksudnya, ma'am, seberapa sering kita melakukan sesuatu. Seringnya ya, can be once, twice, once in a week, and etc. Now take a look at the example. How often do you brush your teeth? So it means I want to know how many times you brush your teeth in a day. We use how often. It is twice a day. So twice a day is how often. Yeah, how many times, just like that. Now, how often do you swim? I swim twice a week. It shows the frequency of you do something. The frequency, keseringan, okay? Okay, let's review what we have learned. Okay, the question word. Look, what we have learned. See, it's a bit hard. I have to like this. What? Okay. First is what. We use what to ask about things. Can be idea, can be activity, and especially you can say name. I'll put name so I'll make it easier for you. Okay? We use what to ask about things, idea, activity, and name. Look, what? What are you doing? Nothing. It's about activity. Now, the second one is where. We use where, remember, when we ask about place, location. Okay, place and location, we use where. Next, the third one is why. We use why because we want to know the reason of people do something. Yeah, the reason why of you or anyone do something. The manner. Okay. Next, after why, it will be who. And remember, why usually the answer you will use because or for. Yeah, because it shows reasons. Next, who. Who you don't have to use who if someone asks for a name. Who is your name? No, yeah, but what? Next, after who, we use which. What is it? Which. Which we use which if there are choices. Yeah, remember, choice there are or option. You have to decide or you have to choose one of them. You use which. Next, whose. What is this? Whose. We use whose for possession. What is possession? Yes, kepemilikan. Yeah, it means you own something. Yeah, something. Yeah, something belongs to you. Next is when. When asks for time. When it is time, about time signal, you use when. But sometimes when, remember yeah, when can be used what time, and then you can use followed by the time itself. For example, what time is it? You can use it's 10 o'clock. See? Not only when, you can use for time. Sometimes you can put what time is it. Okay. Next. See? When and what time is the same. Yeah? It means if when it shows part of the day, but if what time it shows the time, exactly the time. Ya, waktunya or jamnya. Next, the last one. Form of how. We have how many? How many? 4. Countable noun. Okay, remember for countable noun. How much? 4. Uncountable noun. This is what we usually do, yeah? I'll make it short. Countable noun, uncountable noun. And then next, how long? To ask for? What is it? Yes, length. Length. To ask about the frequency. Seringnya, ya, seberapa kalinya. Next, how far? Ask for distance. Okay, jarak. Next, the last one, how old? Is for age. Okay, is there any question? I hope you can study or learn from my slide I'm going to share on the group, and you can play this video again and again so that you can understand well. Okay, student, I think that's all for my explanation about question words. Stay healthy, don't go anywhere, just stay at home, okay? I hope you guys are doing just great, and I'll see you again maybe in next week or next 2 weeks. I don't know, let's see, okay? I hope everything's gonna get better. Okay, grade 4, bye bye, take care.